Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now. Rodgers! Fantastic from Rodgers! A finish of true class! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And smartly reclaimed. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rodgers really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Yehi. Rice. Good running, strong and purposeful. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. And this an opportunity to pull level. Rice! And we have our very first corner. Terrific effort! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Gibbs White. And it's Chouameni. And it's Chouameni. Scott. Could move up a gear here.
Manchester United really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
This looks promising. Thuram. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Rice. And that is a little undercooked.
This is the time you need that pace.
Strokes it back.
Well, to be honest, I think I would have done that too.
Closing in on goal. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Haaland. Oh, that's nice. Great ball, and he's in here, and he shoots! And there's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Gibbs White. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Dink through. Decent chance! And the keeper's glad to see the back of that.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Scott.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Spread neatly. Scott.
France definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Gehi too strong for his opponent there. Gibbs White. Now it's Haaland. Now he's had it taken off him. And it's Rice. And here's Mbappe. And there's his chance to lead the counter. No, he's not getting his way this time. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he's had it nicked away. That has not gone well. Scott gets on his bike and on the move.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Scott. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Matheus Cunha. Locatelli, who's set up one goal so far.
Scott really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. And he's intervened well there. France do have a chance to counter here. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So your views on the first half?
Manchester United will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Gehi. Now it's Rice. Gibbs White. Thuram. Nicely spread. Now it's Matheus Cunha. And here's the chance to counter. That ball looks a good one. Scott. Very nicely done. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Can he get on the end of this? He's found a way through. So much. Can he finish? Van Dijk. And it's Locatelli. And Wan-Bissaka. Grimaldo. Now Rodgers. And it's Locatelli. And here's Thuram. He's having a hit! It's hit the upright. Goal, France! And they get themselves in front! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And here's Haaland, and a chance! Oh, good finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 14.
France have opted to make another change here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Manchester United dragged themselves back again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Manchester United perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Good ball, good take. And he's running through. Chance, surely! Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 27.
France making further changes here, and in quick succession. Manchester United have their lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, well played. Mbappe currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bellingham. Haaland running with the ball. Haaland tries a shot! And that's a good finish. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Hakimi. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Manchester United really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caging.
Big chance! It's bounced back off the post. Grimaldo is there and he can get that clear. And that's a good ball. Goes for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Bellingham, showing good... He'll try from distance! And that's another fine save. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Oh, that's a key interception. Engages and forces him off the ball. And here's Haaland. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
So that means another 30 minutes football. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So no winner at full time. We will be going the distance.
Changement.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Manchester United pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Chance! Oh, it's come loose. Lookman. Bellingham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Lookman. It's Bellingham. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, good take in a good area. Great chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Haaland. João Neves. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
France can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
This is Dembele. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
France's free kick then.
Yeah, it's an invitation to go for goal that you just can't resist.
Ambitious ball here. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Lookman in acres of space out wide. Oh, nice touch. And we're halfway through extra time. So those 15 minutes have flown by. Limbs now and heads indeed at the point of exhaustion. How will this end?
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 5. Pour le remplacer,
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have given it everything. It's been gruelling. But who will be standing at the very end? Haaland. It's run loose here. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Lookman. Now it's Haaland. No, that's been intercepted. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
McAllister, this is promising. And it's been hooked away. Manchester United have it back and can go again. Bruno Fernandes. It's a threatening ball. Haaland! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, that
could be danger here. Bellingham. And the counter-attack is on for France. So there you have it, penalties. Well, Jim, what say you after all of this?
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a gruelling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
Nothing more the coaches can do. They, along with the rest of us, mere spectators, as we hit football's ultimate drama. Which way will he go? And he does it with poise.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Mbappe is the next man in the spotlight.
Never looked in doubt, really.
And he duly obliges. Lookman, second in line for them. Made it look easy.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
So on to the second man.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
Haaland is third in line.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Vinicius Junior is the third man to step forward. Great penalty, outwitted the keeper. And it's 3-3. João Neves is fourth up. Denied! He's made the save!
Well, he didn't hit that with any sort of conviction, and it's an easy save in the end.
never in doubt.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
France have to score. What poise! What noise!
I actually think he was quite brave to do that, Peter, but it was the right result.
Clearly for some, this is all too much. He's done it! Feel the relief! So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end. Well, ultimately it came down to penalties. Any thoughts, Jim, having seen what you have?
Manchester United definitely had to take the scenic route, but I don't think they'll be complaining too much. Their sense of purpose and overall approach to the game just gave them a slight edge that enabled them to pull through.
And that's where we have... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And here's Mbappe, shot, surely! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Gravenberg. Shot could be on. Oh, sweet feet. He is starved of space and time. DiMarco receives it in a good position here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Dembele. Oh, well played. He shifted it to the flank. And here's Mbappe. Manchester United yet to have an attempt on goal.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's a lovely, neat pass. DiMarco picks it up out wide. Chance! Now, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He won't be happy with that one. Gravenberg. That pass has been well intercepted.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Looking for options for movement. Space for him to turn and look. Serves up across.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Timber. Almost half an hour in now. Driving forward. And it's Dembele. Mbappe!
France definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
It's a good foot in there. Dembele. Bruno Fernandes. Gibbs White. And it's Tchouaméni. And Guéhi tries to pass it through. And a chance!
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Gravenberg. Now it's Thuram. Dembele. Bruno Fernandes. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Rodgers. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. This is a promising build-up. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Dembele cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just... And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
So Mbappe! Timber. And it's Chouameni. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Haaland. Rodgers. And here's the chance to counter. And here's Gravenberch. There's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Bruno Fernandes. Gibbs White. Mbappe being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Gehi. Now it's Haaland. Probing pass. Van Dijk makes the interception. Pinches it off him. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Mbappe. And he's had it nicked away. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Real chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And one more try!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Quality ball. And he's quick to return it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And it's Gravenberch. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And the shot! And he's stuck it away! Finally the breakthrough!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
Le numéro 27.
France have fired themselves in front.
Le numéro 32.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Le numéro 10.
Now it's McAllister.
Le numéro 17.
Shooting chance! And he hits the net. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And here's McAllister. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Haaland is onto this.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Saliba spots it and intercepts. Now it's Haaland. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. What's going wide left? Cross into the box. Can he finish? Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 3.
France are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Manchester United found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this. But has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
He's in plenty of space here. Bellingham gets it clear. And that's it. The pressure finally lifts. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Haaland voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So a game of drills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might-have-beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on them.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for... Chance for a shot! Goal, France! And the game springs instantly to life.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. He's in a great position. Shapes to shoot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He leaps for it. It's in. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Manchester United restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, that is... And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life...
Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's going across goal. Courtois claims it without any fuss. And he's managed to get rid. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Locatelli did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Hakimi has a look and plays it forward. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rice bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Threads one in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Marquinhos gets it away. That's good running with the ball. Lovely bit of skill. Tries to pass it through. And the shot! And there's a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
France dragged themselves back again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much...
Impressive jump! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, this is certainly not boring. What a great game we've got here. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! And again they hit the front.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And he was alert to it.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Dembele. Yehi. Can he get it through? What a throw in. And it's Dembele. And he's being shifted off it. Dembele. Gibbs White. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Thuram. Oh, strongly challenged there. Hakimi. Gibbs White. Oh, well played, well played.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Spread it left. Takes aim and terrific effort! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Grimaldo. Mbappe! Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Tchouaméni. Gibbs White looking to add to his goal. And here's Mbappe. Played back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Cross needs to be good. Towering header! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
Now it's Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that is well cleared. And the referee says that is that for the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So everyone needs a breather here. 5 goals we've seen already. It is good, very good. It's 3-2. So right back into the action. Mbappe. Nice control. Dembele. Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni. He has a look up. Showing good feet. Now it's Rice. It is a corner. So can they do it again? And a header! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Manchester United, chance, surely! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Now it's Rice. Rice. Oh, this is a terrific run. Dembele receives it in a wide position.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Scott.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Now Rodgers. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's nice. He's having a shot! They've got to be quick to recover. Oh, what has happened here? Forced to go back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Not a hint of offside here.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Locatelli pokes it out wide.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He has found the way through. Knocks it into space. Good ball, good take. Good read, needed to be. And he's there to belt it away. Dealt with nicely by the defence. He's picked his way through. Rice. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. So no flag here. That is lovely. And it's Locatelli. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Scott. Locatelli. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Thor. Just eases him off the ball. Mbappe being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Rice. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Scott. Driving through the middle. Shot a goal! Goal! Right back in the game! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 27.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Le numéro.
France cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Le numéro 10.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter, that they want another one and will seemingly keep going until they...
There's the shot! And he hits the net! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Il y aura 4 minutes.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Now it's Szoboszlai, Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. And he's had it nicked away. Matheus Cunha.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
No way he was going to let him past. That's destined for the flank. Vinicius Junior. McKennie. Oh, shooting chance! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins! A game of thrills! That's that, the end. Manchester United have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Haaland taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate, but then the ultimate smash and grab.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on themselves, but sometimes you just have to win games whatever way you can, and that they did.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.